All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Anouk Lagae, and I've been a CEO for many years. And what I discovered was something very simple, that eventually, if your people are in full energy and in full flow, the business results actually just follow as a consequence. And today, I'm going to talk to you and share how you can keep your balance in these modern mad times, and how you can maximize your energy for realizing the fullest potential in you. So you will know, based on the 5 elements, how we can bring back balance in everyone's lives. You will feel what it is exactly, life force or chi. And you will be inspired to start and take action. But before I start, let me do a quick little health check in this room. And how are the balance levels of everyone? So please raise your hands. Who sometimes struggles with stress or a lot of stress? Wow, thank you for your honesty. Who suffers from neck and shoulder pains? Wow, lower back pains. Whoa. Insomnia, bad sleep. Well, I think you can all see that we can still improve a bit the balance. But actually, in the global world, this is exactly what's happening as well. We are not feeling well collectively. Our system is a bit sick. And our world is a little bit out of balance. We've never been so connected worldwide, yet never have we felt so lonely. We are drowning in information from everywhere, but we are starving for wisdom. Yes, we are living longer in quantity of years, but no, not in quality of years. And we never had so much access to medication. But still, we have the highest sickness rates ever. So yes, we can just continue to take even more pills, to take even more ointments, jabs, or we can continue to build more hospitals. But this is not the solution. And recently, when I spoke to our Minister of Finance, Vincent van Petegem, and I asked him what his biggest challenge was, he told me long-term sickness. What? Seriously? You're the Minister of Finance and your biggest problem is that? And that's when something happened inside. And it really forced me to take action. Because this is really not sustainable. And we're looking for solutions in the wrong way. And that actually breaks my heart. If I think of these more than 500,000 people, you all know them. They're on the couch today. Think about their families that suffer in this sadness, but just see the unlocked potential of all these beautiful people. It truly breaks my heart. And of course, it's not sustainable from a financial perspective either. So we have to look in a different way. We have to work on it differently. And we need to look at the root cause. And the root cause is we have lost connection. We have lost connection with ourselves in the first place. Can we tell how we are feeling today, right here, right now? Do you have more than one word for it than good? But also the connection with the people around us as a community. Do we still know our colleagues? Do we say hi to them? Do you know the person who's sitting next to you and what his or her biggest struggle is? But also, We've lost connection with nature, with our source, with the rhythm and the cycle of nature. And we need to look at it. The answers are in nature. We are nature. When animals are out of balance, and an animal has toothache, it knows exactly which plant to eat. And if an orangutan has a head wound, whoa, it's head news recently, it knows exactly how to treat it. We are nature too. We have that natural intelligence within us. We don't need artificial intelligence. And this is exactly what traditional Chinese medicine is about. It is a science based on the universal laws of nature, and that will always help to restore and bring balance and growth. It is a science that exists and evidence-based for more than 5,000 years. Honestly, if it didn't work, it would not have existed anymore. It would already have long time disappeared. Think about all these diets, a couple of years later, and then there's the next new one, because it's actually not truly sustainable. And in the old China, doctors were actually paid based on the number of healthy people in the village. Think about it. It was all about prevention. And people went to the doctor in order not to become sick. Now that is a paradigm shift. And this is what we should be looking at. Most of us have a car. And we love our car, we drive it. Every year, for sure, we do a maintenance check. And if an orange light is burning, we probably look at our manual to see what's wrong. But definitely, if the red light is flashing, we make an appointment straight away for the garage. Now, for our most divine vehicle, which is our own body, we don't even do that. When an orange light is flashing, we don't like the signals. So we take a Nurofen, we take a Dafalgan, we take a Rennie, we take a sleeping pill, just to ignore the signals. And when a red light is flashing, we just don't want to be bothered. We take out the light bulb from our dashboard until our body says, no, this is enough. And we do end up on the couch, or even worse. Western medicine is brilliant, and it's very much focused on the what makes us sick. We're treating and looking to cure the symptoms. Oh, you don't see it, I'm sorry. And it's fabulous. Chinese medicine very much looks at the why. Why do we become ill? And it looks not with a microscope, smaller and smaller in compartments, but with a telescope, larger and larger. How come? Why do we become sick? And it very much focuses on prevention and on the root cause. But the beauty is they work perfectly together, and they are very complementary. And in many countries today, they work together in the same hospitals. We've all seen it during Corona times. It is not as much about what makes us sick. We all know it. We've all been touched by the virus for more than 100 times, for sure. But why? Why do some people in one family, 2 of them start to become sick, and the 3 others don't? Why is that? Everyone is exposed to the same virus. Why do you think that is? Anyone an idea? The mind. Yeah? Sorry? Yes, absolute immunity. The immunity. And what is immunity? It's a defense mechanism. And a defense mechanism, it's an energy. And it's actually a defense energy. We call it Wei Qi. Qi. And now what is Qi? Qi is life force. We all have it when we're alive. When we're dying, it's gone. And that Qi, if you want to imagine something, if I ask you which apple has a lot of Qi and which one doesn't, you all know the answer, right? But let us feel what it feels like, that life force. So please all scratch your nails. You all touch them really hard and fast, more and more and more. And we do this for 10 more seconds. And then when I will tell you to stop, you will hold it like if you were holding an apple. 3, 2, 1, hold. Do you feel that? Do you feel that tingling? That is life force. That is Qi. And so we need to keep that balance as much as possible with the Qi. And how do we do that? It starts with an environment, a healthy environment. Your own body as a little microcosmos, really in balance. But also our situation at home. It's very important to have a healthy environment at home. And not only physically, but also emotionally. Is there a lot of love, safety, respect? And same at work. Very important that it is a healthy environment. And if it's not healthy, love it, change it, or leave it. Now, if we start from a healthy environment, we can build our Qi every day. And we can do that for 70% of that Qi comes from what we eat. Food is medicine, Hippocrates already told us. So it needs to come straight from nature, not processed. Locally is best, and within the season. That's exactly how nature intended it for us. It's super clever. But also our breathing, 30% of Qi comes from the quality of air we take in. Thank you, beautiful trees. But also how we breathe. It's a major power. 30% can be changed. So once we have that Qi, it needs to move. And the movement of the Qi is, of course, done physically every day, 30 minutes at least, we all know that. But what we may underestimate is the power of emotions. Emotions have huge energy, huge, and they can get blocked. And when we hold on to these emotions, we can become sick, like the mind you just said. So emotions comes from emovere, move out. So it's normal they come in, but they just need to move and out. And if the Qi does get blocked, because it happens to any one of us, we can also go to a Chinese doctor. And together with acupuncture, with needles, the Qi can be unblocked. But also with the help of herbs, our little microcosmos that is out of balance can be rebalanced. So with a little bit of help of the doctor, you actually get into self-healing process of the body. A few years ago, I had a cyst on my wrist. And I thought, whoa, it's rather serious, so I will go to my doctor, my GP. And he said, oh, no problem at all, Anouk. We don't know where that comes from, but we can just cut it out, or it can just be removed. It can just disappear by itself. Okay, so I thought, I'll go to my Chinese doctor for a second opinion. And she said, oh, Anouk, are you sad? And I started crying. And yes, I was very sad at that moment. And this is lung 7, and that's linked to the emotion of sadness. And in 2 acupuncture sessions, the cyst was totally gone. My oldest daughter, she's here in the room. Where is she? Yeah. She used to be a top gymnast. And she used to have, at a certain moment, constantly nosebleeds, which is not nice to have when you're doing competitions. So we went to our GP first, and he said, oh, no problem at all. We can just burn the little vein, and the symptoms will be gone. And I thought, let's go to a Chinese doctor, Dr. Shui. She's also in the room. And she said, okay, I'm seeing a little disbalance of the body. So I'll give you one flower, you make tea for 2 weeks, and nosebleeds had gone forever. So can you see the magic of nature? And it's a very normal and natural cycle. So just to show that, I will illustrate that with a framework of the 5 elements. In springtime, where it all starts, it's green. And the little twigs start to grow, and they create stronger wood. Then we go to summertime. So that wood gets really scorching hot through the sun. So it creates fire. Yes, absolutely. Now that fire going into after summer, it creates the ashes, it goes into the ground, it creates the element earth. And once the ashes are in the earth and it becomes more and more dense with a bit more water because it's direction autumn, it actually creates precious metal. And that metal in the ground, going direction winter, even more humid, it creates waters and rivers. And that water in wintertime starts to nourish the ground so much that in springtime, new green is starting. And this is exactly the circle of life and the natural balance. Now, when one of the elements do get out of balance, we have the others that can help. And it's not by coincidence, it's exactly the opposite. So water will control the fire. And this is how the system works. But if you think that it's not logical, you don't even need to think. This is what nature does. And linked to each of these elements, there is an organ system. For each of them, we have organs that are linked to that. And not only organs, we also have emotions linked to that. And now you may start to freak out, like, oh my God, this is so random. Where is this coming from? Well, I can illustrate in a very easy word that that connection is still very much, that inner wisdom is in our language. But we just have forgotten it. Because we all know, if I tell you, for the liver element, it's the emotion of anger, stress, frustration. I saw in this room, most had trouble for stress. So I take this as an example. What do we do? What does our language say? Well, we do say, wat ligt er op je lever? Je moet je gal spuwen. Ik erger me groen. So it's still in our language, but we don't see the connection anymore. And so what do we need to do if we have a lot of anger, stress, frustration? By the way, most of us in these madness times, we need green forests to calm us down. And we need the food that we eat needs to be green and sour, the taste of sour, because the taste of sour is spring. The fruits, etc., are not ripe yet. So this can help to calm down the liver and to calm down the anger, stress, frustration. And now in our language, we also have courage. And courage means dare to follow your heart. So yes, I'm a trained management engineer by study, but I started to study traditional Chinese medicine 10 years ago. And now with this urgency, we've decided to bundle forces together with 2 fantastic Chinese Western doctors. Please raise your hands. If you have questions, they are the true experts. So we bundled forces because we have one mission. We want to bring back that lifestyle medicine to every single one of you. And we want that inner wisdom to awaken it and give you all the tools. So if you are interested to hear more about nutrition and lifestyle tips, if you want to attend our workshops that we will be organizing, or if you want to be among the first to discover which power of plant products that we're going to launch, please join our community on muchin.eu. Then leaves me one more question for all of you. Do you dare to follow your nature? I don't have the answer, but what I do know, each one of you, you are gold. And it's up to you to make it shine. Thank you. And thank you, Nico.
Anouk, thank you. What a great talk you brought us about the wisdom of nature in a world that sometimes is gone mad.
A bit mad.
Yes. Anouk, one more final question. What is your ultimate goal? It's about a complete change of life.
Our dream is to change a health system and to move into prevention. And we really want everyone, but we need everyone. Not I can do it, not you, not... We need everyone to contribute, and so that we can get into prevention with health arenas and places where we focus on health and not on sickness.
Yes, exactly. Well, let's join forces and create a new health system, Anouk. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.